How you all doing? My name is Tyree Simon, and I'm a VA whistleblower. Today, I'm going to be talking about Julian Assange's case and the hopism around it, which is going to lead it to a good thing once I break it down, and also the kangaroo court system, gaslighting, and all that. I need y'all to do me a favor, if you want. Google whistleblower Tyree Simon for me. In the description down below is going to have Google whistleblower Tyree Simon, my PayPal information if you want to donate, and also my Twitter link. Okay, here I go. We all know that, if you listen to me, and you're about justice, you're about righteousness, man. You're about righteousness on this planet. You're about truth tellers. You're about whistleblowers and activists, right? Friday came around. I had my hopes up high, and I know I wasn't the only one with my hopes up high. I thought Julian Assange would be released. Apparently, he wasn't. I was depressed. I was angry, and a whole bunch of other people was angry and depressed on Twitter. I called in the show talking about what needed to be done because I was coming up with solutions about how you handle this situation. And I was pretty right what I said Friday on Fault Lines Radio. You see, the thing is this: when you're dealing with the powers that be, all these people that's in government, these people that have these high ranks in society, they're human beings just like us, and they can be exposed. And that's what they don't like. Julian Assange was so much a key factor. He was so much a variable, uncontrollable variable, that he was exposing them, and they didn't know what to do with him but to cage him in that embassy and control his movement until they finally got him into that prison in UK. And once they got him there, then they had him under control. You didn't have any other too many people on this planet, to be honest with you, 8 billion people, that was speaking the truth like Julian Assange, that his truth was so damning to the powers that be, it was actually, causing geopolitical effects, ripple effects. Not just political, geopolitical ripple effects. That's how serious his leaks, his publications was from WikiLeaks. But now they got him in prison in the kangaroo court, the court, which I was hoping even the WikiLeaks organization, some people in the WikiLeaks organization, I think, and some of the people, his family, was believing that he was going to be free. Not all of them, but we was all hoping that he would be free, but reality set in. You must understand about this system. They like to maintain control, and it's so Julian Assange as a key factor in exposing them. They didn't see too many other people standing up against them, which is a problem in one in itself. So the thing is this: the kangaroo court thing. Now that's what I call it. It had us on our toes, had me on the toes. We're finally going to get justice in December. We're finally going to get justice, Then it came around, and rather sets in. The hammer came down. They're going to extradite him to the U.S. Or they're going to keep him in limbo for years to come, hoping that he pass away in prison to set an example. That whole year went by. Years went by. Hoping Julian Assange would be set free, and begging Biden, begging Trump that he'd be set free. And you know what we was doing? We was wasting time. The thing is this: Julian Assange shouldn't be by himself. He shouldn't be by himself, putting good information up there that can change things geopolitical, change the narrative. It's on us. It's on 8 billion people on this planet to stand up and do the right thing, man. We need other journalists to come out and start putting out their hard-hitting information that will shake the UK, that will shake the US narrative. Julian Assange just can't be the only man with the kahunas to stand up and do this, man. If you want to change things, you will have to get out and do it. And I'm sad to say this, but some of you journalists, whistleblowers that's going to do it, yes, your life will be destroyed. They'll come after you too, but you have to do it if you want to save humanity. Basically, we're on the verge of maybe the next 2 or 3 years of an all-out war with China and Russia, and I think we should be at peace with them. I think we should work with them. But how things going right now, the stopgap, the speed bump in the road was removed, and it was Julian Assange. The deep state, shadow government, whatever you call these people, which is human beings just like us, needs to be punished with information. I'm talking about hardcore information on the atrocities, the genocides they committed against humanity by leaking documentations, whistleblowers coming out, and journalists actually standing up and doing it. We waited all this time hoping that he'd get out because a lot of people was afraid that, okay, it was pumping, Julian Assange, they were at his sets and they're not letting the man out. They're not going to let him out. They want him to die in prison. Either keeping him in prison, holding him while he can pass away, or trying him and, sentencing him to 175 years. Either way, they want him gone. The way you go around this is by standing up and telling the truth. Being a real whistleblower, a real journalist, a real activist. Yes, I'm sad to say this, but I gotta say this. Some people lives will get changed. Your names will get smeared. Your health will suffer. Your freedom will be taken away from you, and you might even lose your life because you're dealing with a system that want to stay in control. Don't let the deep state, so-called deep state, win on this, man. If I wasn't in the United States and I was living in Zimbabwe, Ecuador, I'd take Julian Assange's position, knowing that my life would be basically, in jeopardy all the time, which is my life kind of is because I'm a whistleblower already. It's kind of hard to prove that I'm going through things, but my name is smeared, I'm being stalked and all type of stuff, gaslighted, all type of stuff. But anyway, I can't, but the situation I'm in the United States, if I just get up and leave, they'll find something to keep me here, and, but so it's going to have to be on y'all. Y'all going to have to find the courage, the kahunas to stand up and do the right thing. They got the man. He in prison. They got an innocent man for telling the truth. It's amazing that you can be actually assassinated for telling the goddamn truth. 175, 200 years in prison for telling the goddamn truth. Men and women, y'all gotta find the kahunas and the ovaries or something to stand up and say enough is enough and start leaking out, publishing damaging information on the US, UK, on these countries that's destroying people's lives. This hopism with the trials, this gaslighting with Blinken, talking about 350 journalists around the world, knowing what he's doing to what they're doing to Julian Assange is wrong. gaslighting, throwing it in your face, of course, fooling people, making us think, because I was believing that they was going to let the man go. On a day of human rights on Friday, when that was the 10th, December the 10th of human rights, came down with a decision to keep that man in prison. What are they charging him with? All type of stuff, right? Making him stuff left and right. Hopism, the kangaroo court, his case. See, this hopism BS, a whole year waiting for this man to come out, because I said everything gonna be all right. Julian Assange, he's gonna come out and he's gonna start telling the truth. In the court, how the way he was playing things on the media, and how the way he was positioning as if he might get out, this, that, and the other. We waiting, just wasting time where we could have been doing something. Y'all journalists could have been doing something. If I was in this position I was in, I could have been doing something. The little that I'm doing already, could have been doing more. My situation, I can't really do too much. But it's y'all that living in Turkey, Mongolia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Ecuador, the islands. Y'all the ones that can do something. All this hopism just waiting. Julian Assange can't wait when he get out. And they already knew that we was waiting. Because they knew what you got to prove them wrong. People going to have to stand up and prove them wrong. And you're going to have to punish the deep state with information and with truth and facts. You have to go toe-to-toe with them with righteousness, man, justice. No violence, because that's what they want. That plays into their narrative. All right? That plays into their narrative. That's when he can take you out. You want truth, man. You want to go after them with truth. You want to have so many people coming out, so many versions of Julian Assange coming out, it's impossible for them. What it rattles them so much, even the African Union can come up and start demanding seats on the Security Council. The African Union need to stand up and start talking about Julian Assange and Snow and Danielle. That would help them out. That would help out their case of trying to get the security seats. India, too. I think they want a seat, too. Africa want 2 seats. South Africa and Nigeria. India want a seat. I think Japan want a seat. I think some other countries want a seat on the Security Councils with the veto power, permanent members. Europe got 2 countries, France and Britain. Then we got the U.S. So, the hopism, stop hoping on this justice system that the British have. The American system is pretty good, but they have you waiting so long before you get to the Supreme Court. Julian Assange will be dead, or it won't be. The powers that be would have gained more power by that time, within 10 or 15 years before the time they reached the Supreme Court. At least we have the Constitution here in the United States. So, push the hopism on side. Stop. If you're going to get on your knees and pray, get on your knees and pray for God. Pray to God for guidance on what to do and bravery to give you the courage to go out there and do the right thing, to speak the truth. Of course, your life will change because your name will be smeared like mine. But when you realize that this is bigger than you, then you'll do it. You're going to go through some ups and downs, but it's going to be for the benefit of not just you. It's going to be for the benefit of humanity. They got Julian Assange. I don't think he's getting out. Unless y'all stick up and start publishing some damning information on the so-called deep state, globalists, or whatever you call them. And by that alone, by doing that, then you'll see people rise up and demand justice. And from that, you'll see people in Britain will start saying free Julian Assange and other political prisoners. And it will be contagious. It will sweep through the United States. People will start saying the same thing. But by you helping back, just sitting back, once Julian Assange get out, because they got to release him, no, they don't have to release him. Julian Assange is the man for speaking the truth. And they know it. Why let him out? Knowing that he's going to speak the truth. You can't prove these people right by them just taking out one person out of 8 billion people. They got the whole world in check. No. Y'all gonna have to stand up. I'm standing up. I wish I could go somewhere else, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't have the money either, but if I did, I don't think that's gonna happen. But so it's gonna have to be y'all to stand up. You're gonna have to create a whole bunch of Julian Assanges to stand up. Bunch of Snowdens, Daniel Hells, Tyree Simons, that's me. Yeah. So that's it. I don't want this to go too long, so I said my piece. Forget that hopism. Keep on thinking Julian Assange is going to get free. They're not going to free him. It's going to be us to free him. That's going to free him. We're going to free him with truth. We're going to the ones going to make people stand up and do the right thing by throwing out that good, publishing good information. And that's what's going to stop this. Him, his torture, and everybody was tortured on the planet. Thank you, and God bless you.